everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of the More Life podcast. I'm so excited for this one because it's a different vibe to the last one I recorded, and the last one that will be out by now. It was fun, but a little heavy sometimes. Yeah. It was a lot. I think it would make people uncomfortable, but people that probably should be uncomfortable in the first place. So this one's a little bit different. I've got the wonderful Michaela here.
Hi.
Michaela, introduce yourself. Let us know who you are.
I'm Michaela. I am 23, even though my mum keeps telling people I'm 25.
They never remember your age.
No, she keeps aging me up every time.
I get the opposite, I think. I get aged down a lot by my parents.
Well, I used to get aged down a lot, but I think now that I'm well into my 20s, she just keeps adding years on.
Yeah, I love it.
But
yeah, we're so excited for this one. This is our very first ever top 3-ish with The Weeknd. Now, this is essentially us finding the top 3 songs from artists that we love, and we both love The Weeknd.
Definitely.
We were speaking before about how I personally don't know much about his personal life. I obviously hear what comes on the news, but really, I just love his music. Are you the same, or do you feel like you know a lot about him as well?
I am midway between knowing a lot but not knowing too much, which I think is a good in-between. Just because I feel with him, he does have a very private energy to him because he puts everything in the music.
Yeah,
and so
true.
I am a fan of Bella Hadid, as we all are, because, you know... Oh, maybe not all.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of her,
Yeah.
but I'm not obsessed with her.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know much about her either.
Yeah.
Because she has that similar, like, quiet, like, vibe, you know, like, mysterious energy, like, that sort of thing. Don't you think?
I definitely do think, like, I feel like she'd be a quiet person in public, but
Exactly.
when you get to know her, she'd probably be very
Probably
different.
super fun
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But, yeah.
What is interesting that you mentioned briefly is, like, the fact that sometimes when you know so much about an artist, it can actually influence how you see their music.
Yes.
Do you think that as well?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think as well with a male artist in particular, getting the ick from them.
Stop it.
Oh, like that's not something you want from The Weeknd.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know if I've personally, actually, probably quite a few artists where it's like, I love them, but their like personal life, whatever, makes me not want to listen to their music.
Exactly.
But I've had the opposite where I'm like, I should cancel this person, but their music is way too good. That's me with Lana Del Rey.
Oh my gosh.
She's a little problematic, you know. She's said some stuff that I'm like,
oh girl,
is that okay?
Let's get it together. Yeah, Azalea Banks as well.
Oh, stop it. No, she is whack. Like, she's done some whack stuff. But her music is so catchy.
Exactly. Like, okay, she has beef with literally everyone
Right?
on Twitter or like
She
in
had
the
chickens
industry.
in her closet.
That for me was like, should I be
I
listening?
was like, should she be in prison? I don't know how this works.
The chicken thing, yeah.
Exactly.
Let us not say too much.
Yeah,
we
right.
will be on that beef list.
She'll add us to her hit list.
Oh, please no.
But yeah, before we were also talking about the Met Gala, because that happened recently. By the time this
Yes.
episode comes out, it would have been a few weeks. But like, we had some thoughts. We've been talking about it for the past few days, like back and forth.
Oh my gosh.
What are your thoughts on the Met Gala 2022? What was meant to
2022.
be another iconic year,
Yes.
but sadly disappointing for a lot of us.
I've been talking to a few people like in my personal life, and also I have this thing that I do, like you would have seen it on my Instagram stories.
Yeah.
I post images and then I put little
The
like
rating thing.
ratings and
Or yeses and nos.
yes,
I love
or
it.
like my thoughts on why something's good or not.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun. I do polls for people to answer and things like that. But I was explaining to a friend earlier today that like the Met is not a normal red carpet. And it's because like the Met will put on an exhibition that pairs with the gala itself. So the Met Museum in New York, this gala funds for their costuming department. So the whole purpose is funding for the costuming department.
Yeah.
And so you're in a costume. The theme will match whatever exhibition would have began in May. It's normally like the 1st of May every year that the exhibition's open to the public and you can pay and go and see them.
Yeah.
And so this one was a continuation of the Lexicon of American Fashion and Design or whatever. And the dress code was gilded glamour.
The theme was gilded glamour.
Yeah.
Which sounded simple.
It sounded
because
simple.
there was even like picture like examples beforehand that you can follow the theme with.
And so like Cardi B said it really well. Like you could be gilded in any age, but the point was to be gilded and
Yes.
to like portray glamour.
Exactly.
And just we're in an age where we're all very conscious of our socio-political state, especially Americans. They're hyper-conscious, if anything. And their wage gap is growing. The Gilded Age in America was like during a massive boom in their economy and industrialization. So that's how they afforded this like extreme wealth.
Exactly.
Through like exploitation of labor. And so we're all happy to be like, we're going to ignore the dark parts of this because we want to see escapism and glamour.
Exactly, yeah. Because I think that's a big thing that comes up, especially with things like the Met Gala, because I've always been a big fan of like just awards season in general. Like I used to sit there and be at the red carpet. I'd like record it on like DSTV in South Africa.
My gosh! That's such a throwback.
Yeah, right? I'd like sit there, DSTV, record it that afternoon. I'd watch it again the next day, watch it one more time just in case I missed something. So like I've been a fan of like the award season and the Met Gala, which comes shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
And so like through the years, it's always been like a big thing. Like you're kind of excited for it, at least for like a young girl.
Yes.
Who like dreams of Hollywood.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't, like we were saying before, like we don't get access to these couture gowns. We don't get access to wearing just $1 million pieces of Cartier jewelry, or a lot of us don't even get access to like a full glam team,
right?
In our lives, because I mean, like
most of us,
yeah. So to see these events is like I get to live through you for a brief moment, and I get to enjoy the creative labor of a number of people.
Exactly, yeah. And I think a lot of people can look negatively on it and be like, oh, but there's so much happening in the world. Like, why on earth would you pay attention to something so, ridiculous or flippant, I guess, like the Met Gala? But I think you're right when you said escapism. Like, sometimes it's good to just have something to enjoy, just to, like, not have to think about all the terrible things happening in the world and that sort of thing. So it's something that, like, I think is great to, enjoy and look at. And something that we were hoping to love this year.
And I mean, it's also a part of historical preservation. As someone with a very big lifelong interest in history, and I guess preservation as well, that comes hand in hand. It's a celebration of those in creative industries and textile industries who have like gone before us and created these amazing techniques and these amazing feats for creative joy.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
and sure.
This one in particular is specifically meant to be a celebration of American design and talent, and it really...
There were some good ones.
Yeah.
Like, Blake Lively is not one of the few I can think of.
Yes.
Okay, Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
It could have been good.
Yeah.
Like the outfit itself, I was like, okay, I guess it was, whose was it?
Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Yeah. So, like, there's that aspect of it. But, honestly, if it was on anyone else, I would, like, not anyone else, but someone deserving. Even, like, if Anne Hathaway had done what Kim Kardashian did, you'd be like, oh, iconic. Anne's, like, America's sweetheart. And even Scarlett Johansson, like, just someone else, but Kim K of all people. I was like, nothing personal, but are you... Anyway, what are your thoughts?
So my thoughts were, that dress was not a replica.
Yeah. See, I thought it was a replica, not the original.
That's where a lot of the controversy comes in. So she had gone to the Met in a robe, changed on the carpet into the original dress that she is not meant to be in my opinion. She was not meant to be. Actually, not in my opinion, in Marilyn Monroe's opinion. Yeah, no one else was meant to wear that dress ever.
Yeah.
And so they changed her into the dress, and she walked down the carpet, and then she changed out of the dress into a replica, a high-end replica. Why not wear the replica the whole night then?
Exactly, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It seems like a weird, like, it's a statement to make, but of all people to make the statement, I'm like, okay, Kim K? Like, I don't know. But, yeah. Alrighty, I feel like we've rambled enough about the Met Gala. There's so many more thoughts, so, like, message us. I'm ready to fight in the DMs. Like, so I haven't seen, like I said before, I haven't seen all the looks yet. I've been saving, like, everything. Because I'm like, I'll get into this on my weekend with a cup of tea.
There is one person in particular who came last year as well. Her name is, oh my gosh, it starts with Q. Kiana Chasing Horse, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to say Quvenzhané Wallis. She played Annie, but anyway.
Yeah, she would have been good. Someone get her an invite.
Yeah, right?
I think, we'll have to find it, but she's a First Nations American woman who came last year. She came this year again, and she wore something so beautiful and so...
Is that the Bones one? No,
it was, she had a traditional jewelry piece, really beautiful jewelry piece. She has her traditional tattoo as well, tattooing down her chin, and she had like her glam done. It was a mix of like modern and a continuation of like traditional First Nations jewelry and regalia, and her dress actually pays homage to one of the dresses inside the exhibition.
Right,
so, yeah, if anyone's...
See, I feel like it makes a big difference when you know the history of this stuff. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, it's a nice dress, it's not a nice dress. But when you know stories behind it, you're like, oh, my goodness, this is so cool. The goal is, with our top 3-ish, each of us find 10 songs from this artist that we absolutely love. I'll admit I've got more than 10. But from there, we have to decide on our final 3, our absolute favorite 3. And obviously, it's probably going to be very hard, which is why I call it top 3-ish, because it might not get to 3. But I'm excited. We have excluded any features, we've excluded remixes, and we've only included songs that are official releases, because I know I've listened to a few demos out there and like some underground stuff, which are like sometimes so much better than the ones that are released. Like some of the songs I've heard from people that are like unreleased, insane.
They just hit different.
Exactly. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to let you go first.
Lovely. So my first that I've given myself is purely because of the amount that I've listened to it, and I listened to it a little bit too much. Stargirl, the interlude.
Oh,
yes.
With Lana?
With Lana Del Rey.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he's not really on the track vocally very much, but it's one song that is definitely like, why was it no longer?
Yeah, exactly.
Why was it no longer?
I know.
So it's Stargirl. Also, House of Balloons or Glass Table. That was like one of the OG, weekends. I love the beat switch halfway through.
Yeah.
Whew, that gets me.
That was like before beat switches were a trend. Like
Yeah. That song, so good. False Alarm as well.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, that is, my sister loves that song. We were talking about it, like, a lot of her music taste is influenced by me.
Yeah.
Being older, like feeding her good music.
Yeah.
That she was probably too young to listen to. But anyways, that's another story.
Not the point.
No, she loved that song. And so I love that song because of the association. Lost in the Fire.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
As I'm hearing these, I'm like, why didn't I write that? Why didn't I think of that?
It's just like so good. Gasoline from his latest album.
Yeah.
Very, very retro. Heartless as well.
I'm going to scribble that one on because I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't write it.
That song comes on, I'm a different person.
Yeah, right?
Like, I really am. I relate to it too much. Save Your Tears. Because it's just like...
A little classic.
Yeah, I love it. I especially love...
I'll dare to say overplayed, but...
True.
But that's not his fault, is it?
That's not. I think it's because it was just such like a little dance hit.
Exactly, yeah.
Out of Time. I do really like Out of Time, personally. And Wanderlust.
Okay, I don't know if I remember that one. We can't play this music on the podcast because we don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, and I can't sing. I'm not a singer. So.
Okay, well, let's play it and we'll cut it out. By the time you come back, we would have heard the song and you would have had time to find it as well.
Yes.
We are back. That was actually good. I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like what I did was I listened to all his music. This is like just... when I first discovered him, I listened to his music and just added them to my playlist, and that was it. I never went back to the albums. And every once in a while, I'll go back and be like, oh, how did I not add this 5 years ago?
That's so true. Yeah.
But let's keep going.
Okay. Faith as well. I do love Faith. And In Your Eyes, I put there as a backup just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing that I didn't mention is that Michaela and I have never spoken about like the Weeknd music, like ever. So we like don't know what tastes we have. But I think you might be interested to find what I have.
I am. I'm very keen.
Initiation.
What's that from?
It is from Trilogy,
I think. Oh.
And then I had DD, like Dirty Diana.
Yes, I do love that.
But I was like, I don't know if it counts because it's a cover.
No, we'll count it because
it's iconic. Okay. I had Professional. Adaptation. That one, like Professional and Adaptation, were on repeat for years. Like they're still on repeat. I I had Dark Times.
Yeah.
That's with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, that one's a good one. That one got a little bit overplayed. I feel like in my circle in particular because of the Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
'Cause of
people
the
see the
Ed
features.
cult.
This is another one that was overplayed, but it's still iconic.
Yeah.
Starboy.
Yes.
Like, I just really liked it. It was
Yeah.
good. I feel like that was one of the ones that got him, like,
real clout.
yeah. Like, when he became mainstream, like, when I was like, I listened to him first, guys. Nothing Without You,
I love that song. Yeah.
Party Monster.
I love Party Monster.
Okay, I'm loving this energy I'm getting from
Yes,
you.
yeah.
Low Life with Future.
Yes, I do love that
Okay,
one.
Hardest to Love,
I feel that.
Faith.
Yeah, we both have
Obviously,
Faith,
that one
yeah.
was iconic. Crew Love with Drake.
Yes.
6 Feet Under. And Heartless, because I just added that in.
Yes!
After you reminded me. Okay, so we've definitely got Heartless on there.
Oh, 100% Heartless has to go on there. I think that album as well, because we knew that he'd just come off a breakup as well.
Yeah,
so we were all like,
true.
okay, cool, let's go.
And he
like,
came back
have
with
our
that new
feels.
energy. Like, you're like, who is this? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
this is my list. That one's
Yes.
yours. We're going to have to pick some.
Yeah. I definitely think Crew Love is so good because it's Drake and The Weeknd, and we haven't really got much of that since.
Oh my goodness, have you heard about how people want an OVO XO album?
We should have
Like, we
one.
deserve it. We actually
yeah.
do. Okay, let's put that on there.
Yeah.
Crew Love.
Because, like, realistically, Drake writes music for, like, women.
He actually does, you know.
He does.
Oh, no, he writes it for everyone, I think.
But I
little
think
bit
his
of
target audience is definitely... I just have a theory about him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because, like, I feel like a lot of guys are just, like, obsessed with
yeah.
Drake. Like, they just love. Whereas actually, no, there are quite a few girls that are
Yeah.
obsessed with Drake as well. Whereas The Weeknd, I feel like, is definitely, like, his target audience has to be women.
I
Right?
feel like it does, but a lot of, like, very toxic men like The Weeknd as well.
So what am I? I'm going to pick one from your list.
Go for it.
I remember one of the reasons I had to cut out
Yeah.
songs was because of the E's on them, if you know what I mean.
No.
Okay, the little E's.
Oh, the explicit, yeah. I tried to make sure the ones that I picked were not all, like very, very sexual.
Yeah.
Or...
Oh, I don't mean for the podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
like, growing up, like, as a kid, like, or when I first
Yeah.
started listening to The Weeknd, I was
Yeah.
like, I can't play
I can't.
that.
No, a lot of the ones that I was listening because I was into Trilogy a lot, and I had to stop because of it was so like hypersexual, and I was like, this as a young woman who's like a feminist, I need to be careful.
Can't do this. All right, we're back with a few that are gone. I've got Professional, Adaptation, Dark Times, Starboy, Nothing Without You, Low Life, Hardest to Love, Still Left.
Lovely. I have House of Balloons, Lost in the Fire, Gasoline, Heartless, and Out of Time. And I think Faith still left. Have I missed one?
Yeah. Oh, we added Faith and Heartless to
Oh, yeah, cool.
our top
They're out.
songs.
Where's Heartless? Lovely. Then I just have House of Balloons, Glass Table, Lost in the Fire, Gasoline, and Out of Time.
I have a feeling we're not going to come up with the top
No.
three. Because, I mean, we've got our three.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Heartless, Faith, and Crew Love. But
Yes.
do you really think... Because, like, for me, I can be like, look, okay, fine, we had to
Yeah.
battle it out. But personally, for you, would you put that in as your top three?
Personally, I think definitely in my top three, House of Balloons and Glass Table has to be in there. For me personally, I'd probably switch it with Faith. That way you have like one from every era, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like...
Because those are... Heartless and Faith are the same era.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
album.
A lot of the songs have the memories attached to them. And
That's so
Adaptation
true.
is one where, like, I just remember going to school and, like, humming it all the time in class for so
Yes.
long. And then I would also have... Look, I listened to Hardest to Love on repeat for a long
Yeah.
time. But it's same era. I have to say, I really did like Dark Times.
It is good. It is really good.
But does it reflect The Weeknd? Like,
No,
the vibe?
No, I don't think it does overall.
You know what? I feel like I'm happy with that list.
Me too. That's pretty good because we've got a good range. Like he has range as like a vocalist, as a lyricist, but also in his creative journey, and I think that reflects a
exactly.
good range.
I think just musically, like,
Yeah.
you don't even need to hear the lyrics of his like songs to be like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Like, this is really good. Okay, well, the point of, I guess, having our top three-ish
Yes.
is you could give this to someone and be like, yeah, this is how I know you might like the Weeknd. Listen to this. Heartless, Faith, Crew Love,
Yeah.
House of Balloons, Lost in the Fire, and Adaptation. We did it.
We did it.
Barely. Michaela, I feel like we need to get you on for another artist.
Oh, thank you. Any day.
Actually, the next time I get you on, probably won't be for music. It has to be for, like, the good stuff.
Oh, yes.
Because we've been talking about it a bit.
Yes,
We've been talking about it a bit.
I have my theories.
Are we giving spoilers or?
It's your podcast. It's up to you.
No, you let me know.
Go for it.
Because you're the voice for this episode that will be coming.
Yeah. Well, in the next episode, we were planning on opening up a discussion or kind of exploring the phenomenon many of us internationally have been grappling with of people telling us how to identify.
The big part was that it's happening mostly to racially ambiguous people, where it's like, oh, well, I don't know, so I'm going to assume this, and I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah, like, oh, what are you? And then you like, oh, let me politely explain. And then it's met with, that's a lie.
Yeah, you can't be.
No,
but how come you're...
You're actually this.
Yeah. Which is so fascinating, because to be honest, I hadn't really heard much about it. Like, when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, okay, like, and I think I said it to you, I was like, I can't believe people would do that. Like, I didn't realize.
It's shocking.
It's surprising how, like, because every time something comes up in the news, I'm like, I don't know why everyone's acting shocked. Like, people have always been like this. That's the one thing where I'm like, okay, well, I was surprised. But yeah, all right. We're saving that for another episode. But thank you so much for hanging out with us on this episode of the More Life podcast. We've got our top The Weeknd songs. Our next artist will be announced very, very soon. And thank you, Michaela, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want the people to find you in socials or not?
You can if you'd like to, like if I'm not annoying or anything.
Yeah, I'll stop it.
At Saint Michaela, so SaintMichaela. That is where to find me.
Find her. And let us know what you thought about our top The Weeknd songs. If you aren't a fan of The Weeknd, have a listen to them. Let us know what you think of them. And if you are, I know you're going to have something to say. I know y'all love arguing, so go ahead, DM me. Let me know what you actually think. Bye.
See ya.